Robert Kiyosaki had two dads. His real father, highly educated, PhD, worked for the government, earned good salary. His best friend's father, dropped out of school at 13, built multiple businesses, became one of the richest men in Hawaii. Both gave him advice about money. Completely opposite advice. Poor dad said, go to school, get good grades, find a safe job, work your way up, save money. Rich dad said, school won't teach you about money. Jobs make you poor. Learn to make money work for you. Today I'm breaking down Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the book that sold over 40 million copies. Because here's what nobody tells you. Everything you learned about money is designed to keep you poor. Insight 1. Your house is not an asset. This is going to piss people off. Everyone thinks their house is their biggest asset. You buy a house, you build equity, you're investing in your future. Wrong. According to Robert Kiyosaki, your house is a liability. Here's why. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. Your house takes money out every single month. Mortgage, property taxes, insurance, maintenance, repairs, money flowing out. Nothing flowing in. But it's appreciating. Yes, maybe. But you can't eat equity. You can only access it by selling your house or taking on more debt. A rental property is an asset. Tenants pay you rent. Money flows into your pocket. That's an asset. Your primary residence, money flows out. That's a liability. This distinction is the foundation of everything. Rich people acquire assets. Poor people acquire liabilities, but think they're assets. Your car, liability. Money flows out for payments, insurance, gas. Nothing flows in. Your boat, liability. Your designer clothes, liability. Your latest iPhone, liability. Now compare that to rental property that generates cash flow. Stocks that pay dividends. Businesses that produce income. These are assets. Money flows in. The rich spend their time acquiring assets. Everyone else acquires liabilities. And here's the trap. Society teaches you to acquire liabilities. Buy a bigger house. Get a nicer car. Upgrade your lifestyle. This is the middle-class trap. Work harder to buy more liabilities that require you to work even harder. Robert's poor dad followed this path. Good education. Good job. Nice house. Nice car. And he was broke. Because all his money went to liabilities. Robert's rich dad did the opposite. Lived modestly, but bought rental properties, built businesses, acquired assets that generated income. Those assets bought more assets, until he was one of the richest men in Hawaii. The formula is simple. Acquire assets. Let assets generate income. Use that income to acquire more assets. But most people do the opposite. Work for money. Buy liabilities. Work harder to maintain those liabilities. Stuck on a treadmill. Insight 2. The rich don't work for money. Everyone works for money. You go to job. You trade time for dollars. Robert's poor dad believed this. Worked his entire life for money. Climbed the career ladder. Got raises. And died with almost nothing. Robert's rich dad saw it differently. Poor people work for money. Rich people have money work for them. What does this mean? Build or acquire assets that generate income without your active labor. Create businesses. Invest in things that produce cash flow. And then that cash flow gives you freedom. Poor dad, trade time for money. Work 40 years. Retire broke. Rich dad, build assets. Let assets generate income. Use income to buy more assets. Retire early with cash flow that exceeds expenses. This is the difference between earned income and passive income. Earned income requires you to keep working. Passive income works whether you're working or not. Most people are trapped in earned income. They have a job. If they stop working, money stops coming. So they can never stop working. Prisoners to their paycheck. Rich people focus on passive income. Businesses that run without them. Rental properties that generate rent. Dividend stocks. Products that sell while they sleep. And here's critical. The tax system rewards passive income and punishes earned income. Earned income is taxed highest. Passive income gets preferential treatment. Robert's poor dad paid the highest taxes, worked hardest, got destroyed by taxes, had nothing left to invest. Robert's rich dad paid minimal taxes, structured income as capital gains and business profits, used tax code legally to keep more money, used that money to acquire more assets. The system rewards people who build businesses and acquire assets. The system punishes people who trade time for money. Insight 3. Financial education is not taught in school. Robert's poor dad had a PhD,
multiple degrees, highly educated. Told Robert to go to college, get good grades, find a secure job. Robert's rich dad dropped out at 13. But he studied money, studied business, studied investing, taught himself financial education that schools don't teach. Schools don't teach financial education because they're designed to create employees, not business owners. They teach you to work for money, to be a good worker, to follow instructions. They don't teach you how money works, how taxes work, how to read financial statements, how to invest, how to build businesses, how to create passive income. This is intentional. The system needs employees, needs consumers. If everyone understood money, who would work the jobs? So school teaches you to be good employee, get good grades so you can get good job, and then you spend that salary on liabilities, and you need the job to maintain the liabilities. Trapped. Robert's poor dad followed this path perfectly, did everything right according to system, ended up broke. Robert's rich dad rejected the path, educated himself financially, learned how money really works, and became rich by thinking like rich people instead of employees. Financial education means understanding assets versus liabilities, how to read financial statements, how taxes affect different income types, how to use debt strategically, how to evaluate investments, how to build passive income. None of this is taught in school. All of it is essential for building wealth. So you either teach yourself or you stay poor. Insight 4. Your biggest asset is your mind. Rich people and poor people see the same opportunities, but they see them differently. Poor person sees rental property and thinks, I can't afford that. Too risky, too much work. Mind is closed. Opportunity passes. Rich person sees rental property and thinks, how can I afford that? What's the cash flow? Can I use leverage? Mind is asking questions, finding solutions, not intelligence, not education, mindset. Robert's poor dad saw obstacles, saw why things wouldn't work. His favorite words, I can't afford it. Too risky. Robert's rich dad saw opportunities, saw how things could work. His favorite question, how can I afford it? What would it take? Same reality, different mindset, different outcomes. The poor mindset says, I can't afford it. The rich mindset asks, how can I afford it? One closes your brain, the other opens it. Your mind is your biggest asset because it determines what opportunities you see and what you miss. Two people walk down same street. One sees nothing, other sees 3 business opportunities. Financial education trains your mind, teaches you to see opportunities, teaches you to think like investor instead of consumer. Insight 5. Pay yourself first. Most people pay everyone else first. Pay mortgage, pay car payment, pay bills, and if there's anything left, maybe save something. This guarantees you stay broke, because there's never anything left. Expenses expand to consume income. Rich dad taught Robert, pay yourself first, before anything else. Take 10%, 20%, whatever percentage, and pay yourself first. Invest it. Buy assets with it. Make it untouchable. But what about bills? That's exactly the right question. That pressure forces creativity, forces you to figure out how to make more money, forces you to cut unnecessary expenses. When you pay yourself last, there's no pressure. Bills get paid. You stay comfortable, and you never build wealth. When you pay yourself first, there's pressure. You have to figure it out. You have to earn more. And that pressure creates growth. By paying yourself first, you force yourself to prioritize wealth building. You make it non-negotiable. Most people treat wealth building as optional, as something to do with leftover money. And there's never leftover money. Pay yourself first makes wealth building mandatory. So here's what Rich Dad Poor Dad is teaching you. Assets put money in your pocket. Everything else is a liability. Don't work for money, make money work for you. School won't teach you about money. You have to teach yourself. Your mindset determines what opportunities you see. And pay yourself first, not last. This isn't about getting rich quick. This is about thinking differently about money, about building assets instead of collecting liabilities. If this video helped you, subscribe for more breakdowns. And ask yourself, am I acquiring assets or liabilities? Am I working for money or is money working for me? The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now.